Okay, so the setting or mood section, grey nailed down over the sky, complete, and all the windows. What is the language feature and what's the mood or effect? Atmosphere, sorry. Is grey literally nailed down? No. So it's what? I'm going to have a metaphor. Okay. What about nailed down? When are things nailed down? In a storm or hurricane or something that's not an instance of high wind.
Worried about thievery?
Perhaps. Huh? You're getting closer. Crucifixion's nailed up rather than nailed down. What happens to when you die? Coffin. What do they do to the coffin lid? Or did they used to do to the coffin lids? They used to nail them down. Okay. No, I don't think so, because I think you just there's no danger now about grave robbers and things like that. I think it's just like a like a click lock. Yeah, like a plastic click lock. Okay, nailed down. So we've got this idea about the coffin. And the grey, what feeling is it creating? Darkness. Huh? It is words with negative connotations. What is it when you're stuck in something and you can't escape? Like, it's almost like like entrapment. What else? Like an idea, so there's the idea of it being oppressive. You get the idea of this very low grey sky. You know how in Christchurch sometimes we get that weather where the sky comes really low and it sort of sits halfway up the Kashmir Hills and it just sits there all day and it feels really close. Okay, so it's that kind of closed in, oppressive, inescapable entrapment like you said over here. Okay, keening blue wind. So that's our next one. That was one. Keening blue wind was bringing weather back into the sky. Dark clouds gathering at the edge of sight, carrying frosty wet for later. So again, visualise it. This idea about dark clouds gathering on the horizons or at the edge of sight. What feeling is that creating? Imminent threat. What's the word for that? There's like the imminent feeling that something bad is going to happen is what? Kinda. Huh? Yeah, absolutely. I would call it foreboding or ominous. Ominous I like here because it's a sense that something bad is coming. There's danger, William Haddon, on the horizon. Okay, keening blue wind. What about the adjectives in that example? It's not just wind, it's a keening blue wind. What feeling is created by describing it in that way? First of all, what's a keen wind? Kinda, what does it do? So if you think about it when you're up in really cold environments, what? Kind of. What does it do with clothes? Yeah, and if you're not dressed really... Yeah, it's that cutting wind. Okay, so it's the cutting wind that cuts straight through clothes. So unless you're wearing, really snow clothes. Keening, why describe... You can't have a blue wind. Wind doesn't have colour. So why keening blue? What does it create, the feeling of there? Yeah, absolutely. So more than cold, it gives us this real idea of the degree of freeze. Yep, William.
They said it's like a whaling sound,
Keening, yeah.
So like a keening.
Sounds like a whistle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It sort of sounds like a happy sailor.
Keen.
Yeah, like keen.
There's keen and then there's keening. Yeah, they probably have a different word origins. Now, the last one. So, last one, I won't go through this quickly because we're going to go into the next point. The director thought Milton's house was wide enough for 2 cars to pass and coated with pea gravel. The gravel gave way underfoot so that each step sounded like a shovel digging as she approached. Okay, why the like a shovel digging? Why the simile? Huh? Yeah, absolutely. So ideas of the grave like she's going to her own funeral. So the last point I got to make on this, it pertains more to, what does pertain mean if we use big words? Yeah, it pertains more to these two than the last one, but often throughout the text the setting is described as an antagonist. So the setting is working directly against Ree being able to do what she needs to do. So even though we've looked at the importance of the land as something that provides, something that's spiritually connected to them, something that's benevolent, for a large chunk of the text, it's an antagonist. So you can also examine, when you're looking at the setting, the complex relationship between the characters and the setting, how it's both a benevolent force, something that provides, but at the same time is an antagonist. What does an antagonist do? Enemy directly opposed to the... Yeah. Okay.